Hi there everyone. Yeah, I'm back as I said early. Well, okay, maybe it's a little awkward for me or maybe for you since I have been gone for a while and all of it. Well, as I said, I suffer of depression and anxiety. I don't know how to spell it. However, I don't feel alright since I'm going through a lot of things in my mind, of course, and try to fight it all the time. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up, even if I have a hard time. As you know, I try to do anything in my power to change whatever I have in my mind, and yeah, that's all. And as you know, Christmas is soon. It coming soon, of course. Sooner than what I expecting, of course. True, I like Christmas, I do. But this year have been a hell for me. In 5 years, I have suffered. Okay, normally I have suffered all the time, but it was deeper already since 2017. And as I said, I'm not ready to tell exactly why, since there's a lot of things to discuss about. Last time I talked with somebody, especially in YouTube, I have been insulted by a few of the people who may describe me as a fool, while others understood the point to be abused and at the same time being a scapegoat. However, when it came to help, well, I was neglected already by many people, while others told me the truth that they can't. Because for some reason, sometimes it's about to not trust anybody exactly, which is okay. It's more easier when you admit that, than just saying and framing me for something I'm not. Yeah, I may be trapped. I may be not going to another city, of course. But I'm working for it and taking care of myself, so no problem with that. So now I just have to follow the order as I have already made. Deal with the one I still live with, of course. It's better than nothing. But anyway, as you see, or whatever, as I saying, I will never give up, no matter how difficult time it is. Even when I started to take my own driving license, okay, as you know, you can always ask for help when you are maybe in the traffic school. The only problem though is that I have to take the bus for a few miles, of course, to take to the direction. However, finding someone who maybe will help, no other than your teacher, of course, that will be difficult. However, the teacher is very supportive, so there's no problem with that. However, it costs for me, of course, to take me forward and backyard, of course. And yeah, when it comes to the lesson, of course, it costs too. That's why I need help with my homework, of course, every time. If I would maybe have a problem, of course. And I don't have all those money, of course. And yeah, for a couple of weeks or maybe for 2 months ago, I remember when my mother were actually traveling, of course. And yeah, there was no problem at all. The only thing was that I was trapped with my brother and my stepfather. Like I said, I can take care of myself. No one else taking care of myself. I have always cooking food for myself, ironing, washing my clothes self. Yeah, no one else would ever do that. I started already when I was a teenager. Just like those teenagers who once lived in the past, who used to handle themselves. And yeah, when it comes to bottom people today, they taking care of themselves. Not like hill people who always are neglecting everything and letting mother and father taking care of them all the time. Or support them with money all the time. But in this case, instead for just support, those guys demanding lot of money, of course, anyway, no matter what. Or maybe they will have a big servant and so on. To be honest, teenagehood is separated in two divisions. One who taking care of themselves and the other one who's spoiling the time. Or should I say, that teenager is a spoiled brat, while the other one is a wise owl. Well, I don't say I am a wise owl exactly, except that I'm taking care of myself. No one else should ever do that. And I don't demand anybody to wash my clothes, iron my clothes, change my bed or something, whatever. I don't know. I can take care of myself. Like I have done since I remember as a child, I started already to take care of myself. Started to vacuum the house, for example, or the apartment on the other hand, because I lived in an apartment when I was younger. And it was before we moved in to a house. And yeah, since then I have actually done that without any kind of problem. I can thank both my mother and my father, who once said I need to take care of myself. And without them, I would never handle myself at all. Watch me today. I can actually do whatever I want, except for one thing, of course. I'm following the norms. Well, I have no problem to follow the norms. But today, as you know, I have lived with my family so long. Okay, except for my father, who actually are dead since 10 years back, of course, and I'm still missing him, of course. He was at least someone you could actually have it to do every day. Very supportive, very funny, and always being that parent you wish on the hands. I will never be able to see him, but yeah, you can't rest. I refuse to say it. However, today, as I know, okay, I have no problem with my mother exactly. Anything seems to be fine except for one thing. I'm still a scapegoat because of few things, of course. But I still love her. I love my mother no matter what, even if I am a scapegoat. The only thing I remember when I was already 29 years old, I wanted to escape already because of whatever I experienced already. Sometimes there's things even if you want to tell exactly everything. But as I said, I'm not ready to say it. I'm not ready to spill it yet. And I have been trapped here for over all those years. Those time I wanted to get out of here. Okay, it may be not so much fight, even if there is no big change exactly. But here's the thing, I can actually keep talking. For you who know exactly what scapegoat is, mention two things in your life. You're living under a narcissist all the time. Not all narcissists are dangerous or so bad you can think, except that they have their mansion, and that's really exhausting when it comes to them. However, you got the golden child who actually can experience whatever he wants, but you have the scapegoat who doesn't have to. But here's the thing. This kind of personality that I started to clean anything and take care of myself, that was my own choice. No one else. But when it comes to other things, like what I have to do, for example, there's a lot of things, like money, of course, discussion about money, the one who actually has support and so on, demanding of whatever I should be, rather what I should dream to be. And yeah, being a scapegoat is not so simple. You have to follow every demand, even if you dislike it. There's nothing you can do, except for one thing, of course. Keep studying the school, make sure you'll be done with everything, and go on with your life. I mean, I have a lot of things in my life I should actually change when it comes to myself, so I could get a better grade than what I had when I was younger. Nothing have with my gender to do, no. I just had my own time, and even that day when my father died, destroyed everything for me. Yeah, I never had an easy time either. Here am I sitting and thinking about all this shit I have been. So I jumped off to school to get a job. And I work as a janitor for over 10 years. The only thing now, as I have in my mind, since I have my inner scar, as I have wear so long, even with my stepfather, always talking about money, how much he laying out and so on. I never thought I would have two narcissists in my life, of course. At least he had his mind to send me away somewhere that I could actually be inside of something, because he always saw something wrong with me. Oh yeah, except that he got jealous because I started to talk about my father, how great he was and so on. But I was just a kid, for God's sake. A kid! Alright, maybe I was wrong to talk about my father in front of him. But that's exactly what all boys and girls do. But hey, enough of that. The only thing I have in my mind is that I'm going to continue fighting for paying every significant corner each and anyone have paid me. But I don't know how exactly, except that I'm going to do my best and pay them. Now I don't take any single corner from each and any of them at all. I don't, because I don't want that. I want to continue to pay everything. Every month I know I pay $600 all the time. Because I don't want to be, how should I say, I don't want to be ruthless. I just want to be supportive in every way so long I'm home here. And the day I move out, I will try to help them as much as I can. I won't quit. Maybe I'm a fool because I don't know exactly when I will start or whatever. But that doesn't make me happy. With all those scars, we used to say, well, you have already been supported and so on. You have taken a lot of money and so on. All of it. As a child, well, as a teenager, I stopped to wish and started to think that's enough. This is something I want to have, is a family. Not present or anything to buy. No. I even regret everything since I was a kid. Everything who have with money to do is toxic for me. But so long I earn it myself, that's another thing. So that's why I had this mansion in my mind, even if I have a hard time to think or focus, because I drop a lot of things, because I'm still in this position of hearing people, or should I say, my family talking about I am the cause of the fall down of the economy. Yeah, it's hard. I don't say I'm expecting you to understand if you're not exactly in this position, but some of you maybe will understand what it is about to be a scapegoat. There's a lot of things I never tell and I won't. I'm not ready, not yet. But for you who are already a scapegoat, you know already the story from beginning. Perhaps we haven't had the same story, but you can think about what is the beginning of the scapegoat. Think about that, and you will understand what all of this is about. And then remove only few things and put some things in. It's up to you. I'm not going to demand you to watch. No, of course not. And in the same time, maybe in time, I will explain exactly what I have in my mind. Alright, that's all I get today. For today, of course. We will maybe see you again, and I maybe will be back again. But if I don't make it, maybe before Christmas, I will wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. See you next time. Bye.